let's talk about Dianne Feinstein.
Yeah, so we wanted to give you a quick update on this situation. So last we heard from Dianne Feinstein, she announced that she was not going to run for re-election in 2024. Well, that was about 2 months ago. She has not cast a single vote or been in the Senate since then. Now, this causes, of course, a number of problems, but most crucially, she is on the Senate Judiciary Committee. Her vote is required to confirm any federal judges anywhere in the country. So in terms of Joe Biden's push to, get his people on the bench in an aggressive way, the same way that Trump did when he was in office, Feinstein has basically her being unavailable and home in California receiving treatment has kept them from being able to do any of that. So yesterday, this really sort of came to a head when Congressman Khanna, who of course is also from the California delegation, put out a statement calling on her to retire. I mean, this is really pretty extraordinary. Go ahead and put this up on the screen. From Congressman Khanna, he says, it's time for Senator Feinstein to resign. We need to put the country ahead of personal loyalty while she has had a lifetime of public service. It is obvious she can no longer fulfill her duties. Not speaking out undermines our credibility as elected representatives of the people. Now, as we have talked about here before, for the last number of years, the Democratic establishment, including Nancy Pelosi, starting with Barack Obama, really covered for Dianne Feinstein and defended her, wouldn't speak a word of criticism, certainly did the opposite of pressuring her to resign. They actually propped her up in the last election. So shortly after Congressman Khanna puts out this statement, Feinstein puts out a statement of her own saying she is not going to resign, but she is going to step down from the Senate Judiciary Committee. In that statement, she provided no timeline for her return to the Capitol. I'm reading from the Washington Post reporting right now, which she said, quote, has been delayed due to continued complications related to my diagnosis. She said she planned, Saagar, to work from home until her medical team said it was safe for her to travel. But she conceded she understood her absence could delay the work of the Judiciary Committee, which she once was poised to chair. So, quote, I've asked Leader Schumer to ask the Senate to allow another Democratic senator to temporarily serve until I'm able to resume my committee work. So, not resigning, as she should have done long ago, frankly, but she is going to step down from the Judiciary Committee so they can move forward with confirming judges.
This is outrageous. You are not doing your job. You are ill and infirm. Outside of public service, we feel bad for you. It's sad when anybody's in their twilight years and is no longer at the top of their game. She lost her mind a long time ago. I mean, we brought everybody the story here, how she forgot that she had put out a statement saying that she wasn't going to run. Her own staff had to remind her of that. So many stories have now come out about how she has completely lost it in terms of her memory. Her staff has to tell her how to vote on separate elections. And what, again, bugs me the most about this is now that she's stepping down from the Judiciary Committee, that is the only ostensible actual responsibility that she has in the Senate, being on the Judiciary Committee.
Yeah.
Now what are you doing? You're just at home negligent for constituent services for 40 million. There are 39.5 million people who live in California. Senators are supposed to be helping their local businesses, their constituents, veterans get benefits, all this stuff. There is no way in hell that she is actively engaged in this when she's, quote, working from home. She probably hasn't been
Nor would you want her
engaged.
to be, quite frankly.
Yeah, that's the other thing. If you're a business and you need like a tax credit or something, like you want to call Feinstein to get that done for you. So basically, California has only one working senator. They have, so 40 million people only have one guy in the Senate who can actually do anything from them. People in Vermont have better service than that. Given the actual, even what's a tinier state? Montana. People in Montana have more representation than the people of California right now in terms of getting stuff done. This is craziness. Like, she has to go. And the reason why people don't want to say anything is because all these other senators are just as elderly and infirm. I mean, Mitch McConnell, the guy hasn't been seen in like a month after he had a fall.
True.
Look, this is all sad. It's sad when 80-year-old people fall. We can feel bad for them. But when we publicly pay their salaries and they're supposed to be doing jobs on behalf of us, then yeah, we get to sound a little bit ageist. Like, I'm so sick of tap dancing around like sensitivities on this.
Yeah.
There's a difference between private and public life.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's not ageist when the person just literally can't do their job.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, this is just about like, are you there? Are you literally like doing the very basics of what this job requires, which the very basics is being present and taking votes on this critical committee, which she's been unable to do for 2 months now. So just as a reminder, back in 2018, the California Democratic Party, who no doubt saw the way that she was declining, and also because her politics had become really out of step with the California public overall, which has moved more to the left, and she's this very sort of like centrist, corporatist, old school type. They endorsed her primary challenge. The California Democratic Party said, you know what, we're ready to go in a different direction. And the National Democrats, again, led by Obama, I think she was the first Senate candidate that he endorsed in that 2018 election cycle, came in over the top and said, no, we want Dianne Feinstein. This is on them. I mean, Pelosi continues to cover for her. She has never admitted what is really going on here. And so now you have this situation where, you know, a lot of Californians are very concerned about what's going on in the judiciary and the types of votes that are being taken on reproductive rights and all sorts of other issues. And they have no representation from one of their two senators. So, I mean, it's good that she's stepping down from the Judiciary Committee, but it's insane that it has gotten to this point. And, you know, I have so much contempt for her staffers. I'm sorry.
Oh, me too.
Like,
I agree with
what
you.
are you doing?
Yeah.
You're letting this persist? Come on.
Speak out.
Absolutely. This is the most populous state in the country. Already, you know, in terms of proportionally, they are underrepresented. And then you effectively have just one senator to represent this entire gigantic state. So anyway, it's a very telling, sad, absurd, ridiculous situation. But the very latest we can tell you this morning is she is stepping down from the Judiciary Committee, but I guess continues to plan to serve out the rest of her term doing absolutely nothing.
Right. If she had any scrap of decency left, she would resign. And, you know, she's worth like $100 million. Just live in California.
I cannot understand it.
Go to Napa, invite your grandchildren, and hang out for the remaining time you have on this earth. Why are you subjecting the rest of us to your BS? But they're such egomaniacs that it doesn't even enter their head.
Hey guys, ready or not, 2024 is fully upon us now, and Saagar and I have been brainstorming ways that we can really up our game for this critical election.
Yeah, we rely on our premium subs to expand our coverage, to add staff, to upgrade the studio. We just want to give you the best independent coverage of this election, which is possible. So if you can help us out, become a premium subscriber today, breakingpoints.com, or the link is down here in the description video. It really means the world to us, and if you like what we're all about, this is the best possible way to keep us 100% independent, working only for you.